Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, we have a lot to do today. Tonight, excuse me. It's the nighttime session. Let's go ahead and jump into it, shall we? I can't find my bottle opener still. My guitar can't handle too many of those, so I have to take it easy, you know? Alright, well, we're back at it. Pretty exciting stuff. As usual, we have an Elysian Space Dust. I hope you're getting them back at home. It's a really good one. Sponsor me, please. I've made this joke before. Okay, what do we have to do today? If I remember correctly, yesterday didn't go so well. I remember being kind of cranky. I played the Morel from memory, but it wasn't as strong as I wanted it to be, and I did like a whole bunch of takes, and I wasn't happy with it. So, all that's gonna change tonight. I am going to play everything perfectly, and I'm gonna be like super entertaining, and everything's gonna be awesome. My channel will peak with this episode, mark my words. I have a good feeling about it. It's only downhill after this one. Oh man, I'm just kidding. I remember being in a place like this with the fugue. Like right now the fugue is just so solid. Like obviously I have slips, but nothing like what happened with the Morel. I remember when I would have a hard time getting through that fugue, and now if I go for it, I always play through the whole thing, no problem. So we're just at that place with the Morel, and it just takes time. And I remember saying that for the fugue. I was like, just give it some time. It just takes time to solidify. I'm just gonna try again today. I might even just go through the first movement of the Morel today from memory again and just hope it goes better. Okay, well, that pretty much covers all that stuff. Been answering comment questions, as you may remember. I don't know if I'm gonna answer a hardball today, but maybe like a medium one. This isn't a hardball, but it is a long one. But I guess I'll just read through this. So this one is from Ridicules5401. Hey, what's up, dude? Posted a comment earlier today addressing the Segovia situation, and you had some really great stuff to add. Segovia was obviously a great musician, but was also a bit of a massive snob. The whole noisy flamenco player thing, in quotes, refusing to teach Chet Atkins when he found out he played electric. A horrible sin to play electric. I've never played electric on this channel. Claiming Villalobos dedicated the preludes to him when he didn't, probably. Yeah, you know, he did say that in the documentary that we're watching, and I kind of just took it for face value at the time. I do remember hearing stories though that Villalobos wrote them and like dedicated them to Brazil or something. He wanted Brazil to have a better defined musical presence or something like that. Like more like cultural music of Brazil. You get what I'm saying. So did he dedicate those to Segovia? Who knows? Segovia sure thinks so. Turning down an offer from Barrios for a manuscript because I only play classics? That's crazy town. Mostly anecdotal evidence, mind you. Speaking of which, where does Barrios fit into your pantheon? The Sorhan cinematic universe. His rivalry with Segovia could be compared to the Bream-Williams one. Yeah, that is an excellent idea. Segovia's been kind of the only night session character, so he's been kind of reigning supreme in these ones. He maybe needs a rival, and I think Barrios might be the man to do it. You're 50-50 on the Bream-Williams battle, although I agree Williams loses heavily if masterclasses come into it. Yeah, we definitely saw that. So you're 50-50 on that one, huh? I do have to agree with you on that. When it comes to just recordings, I feel like, I don't know, that is a hard battle. I think I might even be on John Williams' side, honestly. I've definitely listened to way more John Williams than I have Julian Bream. That might be my problem, though. I might need to just listen to more stuff. Also, pretty sure Bream would have taken down Williams in a fight. That is amazing that you went there. Julian Bream really is like the jock character, and John Williams is the nerd. Of course he would have taken him down. I bet he's a tough guy. Dude, Julian Bream looks like he could take a punch. The odds would be heavily in his favor. So, if we're throwing that into play, yeah, Julian Bream wins by a mile. That's really funny that you said that. I guess that makes sense. We do kind of cover fighting here with Boss Rutan. So if we're counting fighting, Boss Rutan is probably the best guitarist out of the three of them. It's important to learn how to fight as a guitarist. So you said that you're in the Barrios camp just for his compositions, which of like, yeah, man, of course. Barrios for sure wins. What did Segovia write? Did he write anything at all? He just arranged stuff. And then you said, a fight between them is harder to call though. Segovia's massive hands come into the equation. Dude, they do. That's like getting pummeled with 5 baseball bats. That's like, whoosh. Then again, Barrios might have called on his Mangor persona and acquired some special moves. I have been searching Mangor. I have no idea what that is. I did see that there's a Barrios movie. I think it's called Mangor. I assume you're referencing that. I haven't seen it. Perhaps we'll have a watch party at some point. Maybe a live stream. I kind of want to start doing that. That'd be kind of fun. This is how much of an idiot I am. It's going to come down to like, we're no longer looking at their skill on guitar. It's just like, could they beat each other up? You have my attention, sir. I do like this idea. Oh man, that is very, very funny. Well, I think that's probably enough talky for now. I think we can probably go to play, or practicey, because that's what we're doing mainly. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, back at it again. So I'm gonna start with the Morel Sonata, of course. Tell me, what's wrong with this picture? Did you get it? Post in the comments if you got it. We're gonna start with Morel, movement 1. We're gonna make our way through it, try to hone my memory, and we'll see where we're at. I will see you on the other side. I think I am actually about ready to play. This is the redemption. Let me explain. Once I make it through this, I will finally be complete as a person. I'm gonna play the first movement of the Morel Sonata. It's gonna be all from memory. I'm gonna make it all the way through. I'm not gonna take most of the repeats, just to cut the time down a bit. This is for the last night session. I'm sorry about that one. I'll make it up to you with this. Check this out. Okay. I forgot the page I was the most comfortable with somehow. That's upsetting. I need a moment. Hold on. Let me just look at that really quick. That sucks. Alright, whatever. Yeah, I got it. It's coming along. Just give it some time. That was better than the last one, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's take a little bit of a break. We have a lot to do in the second half, so I'd like to just take my mind off of things.
I knew the family of my wife, Emilita, about 40 years ago. Emilita is now 30.
This is the part about his wife. Do you say she's in her 30s? What was that?
When I came back to Spain after the war.
After the war? Hold on. Part of being a great guitar master, you gotta go to war. Did Segovia have his own off-base apartment like Julian Bream? He didn't fight in the war. I couldn't find anything online.
She has learned the guitar also.
Oh, did she take a master class with you? Ooh, probably not. I bet you're real nice to her.
Became my pupil before become my master.
His master, huh? Alright. That's kind of in the vein of Boss Rudin, the Krav Maga specialist. That's a deep cut. That's a deep sore hands cut.
5 years ago, more than 5 years, we have married. And she's always helping me in everything.
She looks quite a bit younger than him. If you remember a while ago, David Russell said that Segovia's wife was still alive. Well, no wonder. Seems like she's a lot younger. She might be watching. She seems like still pretty hip. Hey, if you're watching, Segovia's wife, what's up? Okay, well, she's looking a bit older in this one. Like, what is this, like 50 years after the documentary? Oh my god. I feel like I've seen this image before. So that's Segovia's wife. There she is. That looks like her. I mean, this is Getty Images. This is like a stock photo that you can have. Is this actually Segovia and his wife? I don't mean to be insensitive or anything. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just kind of taking a break here, you know? I'm just kind of doing what I would maybe do normally. Hey, who's that? You guys recognize that guy? Alright, I can't find any information, but I do have, like, an obituary here. His third wife, Amelia Corral Sancho, 52, opened his casket and placed 2 red roses on Segovia's hands. Okay, so she was 52 when Segovia died. When did Segovia die? He died in 87 at the age of 94. He lived a long time. So she was 52 when he was 94. Doesn't check out with that one image that we saw, though. They look pretty old in that image. I don't know.
There's always been a certain amount of prejudice against your transcribing for the guitar, even in Spain.
In Spain, more than in other countries, because Spain is associating the guitar only with the flamenco.
Oh, we know how you feel about that. We're getting pretty deep in the documentary, and they're starting to throw some hard balls at him.
And I had to struggle for convincing the public and the critics that the guitar was able to admit music. But really, if Jobet...
Hear his transcriptions for the guitar.
I think Granados, yes. Granados heard the danza in G and danza in E.
Do you know what his reactions were?
Excellent. He thought and he said to Jobet, who played it for him, that the dance sound much better on the guitar with all the rich number of timbre and color of the instrument than in the piano.
So that was like a rant that I had a couple episodes ago. Sacrificing volume for tone, that's like the worst thing you can do. That's kind of what a piano is, except you're sacrificing basically everything for the ability to play more notes. This is a guitar channel. I assume that we're all on the same page, that guitar is like the master instrument. It's the king of instruments. It's like the super organ. Let's hear how it sounds. You know, this is actually kind of a teaser for everybody who has voiced that they want me to play piano. I was attending a birthday party for a friend of my parents when I was back home, and it was at a church. I was talking to some guy that like knew about the music program. I think he might have run it or something. I actually don't know. And he was like, you know, we have like one of the best pianos ever. And I was like, oh, what is this, Steinway? And he was like, no. It's what is it called? A Bösendorf? What is it? If you know pianos, you know what I'm trying to say. Bösendorfer. I was like, oh shoot, really? Does it have like the extended range and stuff? And he was like, I don't know. So he took me to it, and it did, and it was sick. And I was telling him like I play guitar. So I played a little bit of piano for him. He said that I had a really nice touch on the keys, and he said that I was wasting my potential with guitar. And then I told him, well, you should hear me play guitar, because it's a lot better than this. I get what Segovia is saying. And so forgive me if if I'm like dissing the piano. A lot of people think the piano is like the king instrument. It is louder and you can play more notes at one time. That is true. But man, you're just pushing buttons. I understand. Feel free to hate on me. I also love the piano. Like, I love Rachmaninoff and I love Chopin. I love guitar the most, and that's why I play it. That's where we're at. That's my opinion. I think I've taken enough of a break. So let's go back to the piano bench, shall we? Name of the game now. I'm actually going to start with the second movement of the Morel Sonata because I have been working on that. And then I'm going to go into the Latin pieces, the Villalobos, all that, and then we'll call it a night after that, and then I will go to bed. Oh man, that'll be nice. All right, well, I'll see you there. Okay, I think I'm about ready to call it a night. So, let me play something for you. Come on over. I'm gonna play movement 2 of the Morel Sonata. Whoa! Did you think you'd ever hear that? It says to tune my 6th string to E, but I watched David Russell play it and he doesn't do that. If it's good enough for him, it's good enough for me. You're gonna see some really awkward fingerings because of that. Here we go. That's a little more than the first half of the first page. What'd you think of that? Pretty good, right? Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. I think I'm ready to call it a night. So, let's do it. Alright, well, if you enjoyed that, you know, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, that's always appreciated. Leave a comment, especially if you have a question about anything. Alright, that's pretty much everything. So, I'll see you tomorrow morning.